In today's episode, we are taking some flavors of fall, the fun of football, and we are combining them into one amazing dish. Let's get started. Now, if you come on over here, I've already got the Grilla Grills Silverbac fired up to 350 degrees, and we're rolling with a pecan wood, but you can use a fruit wood for this dip. Now, when I said that we're combining the flavors of fall and the fun of football, we're making a pumpkin bacon cheese dip. You heard me right, pumpkin bacon cheese dip. My name is Mark Ashby. I am the one and only Grillionaire on the entire internet, and you came to the right page to find an amazing recipe. Our first step is to take some canned pumpkin puree, and we're going to use the whole can and dump that in the bowl. Our next ingredient is going to be 8 ounces of softened cream cheese. So you want to take it out of the fridge and put it on the counter for just about 20-30 minutes so it softens up. You can see that already, and we're going to mix that in with the pumpkin puree. Ingredient with every amazing dip, you got some sour cream. You're going to take a half cup and put it in the mix. And just take it over here, put it in there as well. Our next ingredient is going to be half a cup of some Duke's mayo. Nothing else matters. Not that blue plate mess, not Hellman's, any other kind. I don't even know what else there is. Duke's is the only way to go. And Duke's, if you're watching, send me a sponsorship. All right, half a cup of mayo to give it some creaminess and the tang that Duke's says we have. So we're gonna take this and put that on top as well. All that creamy goodness going into this amazing dip. 1 package of creamy or sharp cheddar cheese. You can do about 1 cup, which is what the recipe calls for, but you know us here, we love the creaminess of cheesiness, so we're gonna put it all in the bowl. Take your spoon, and we're going to mix all of this together. And I know what you're thinking. You're saying, Grillionaire, or Mark, whatever you wanna call me. Does this really all go together? Is this gonna be a good dip? Absolutely, this is gonna be a good dip. That's why I make these recipes. I don't make anything bad. So get it all incorporated until it's smooth. Make sure you save just a little bit because we're gonna garnish the top of the dip with this when it's done. Next, we're gonna take 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika, and you're gonna pour that in there for a lot more smoky flavor. We're gonna take 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Now we're gonna take a half teaspoon of cayenne pepper to give it a little bit of kick. Take some salt. I've got some Hawaiian fire salt here. Just gives it a little bit of kick. Maybe about a tablespoon or so. Our last ingredient before we put it on the smoker is some freshly cracked ground black pepper. I'm gonna put a little bit more because I like a little bit of heat and a little bit of flavor. Once you got all the flavor added into it, make sure you mix that around as well and get it all fully incorporated before we move it to our heat safe dish, where we're gonna put it right on that Grilla Grills Silverbac that's flowing right at 350 degrees to perfection. You're gonna take your bowl and start transferring it to a heat safe dish, which for us is this nice presentation casserole dish right here. Once you transferred it all to the dish, you're gonna spread it out so that we get even cooking until it turns golden brown with a smoky kiss on that Grilla Grills Silverbac. One last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take just a little bit more of some paprika and just sprinkle it over the top. That's gonna give it a nice smoky flavor, add a little bit more to it, just give it some depth. Now it's time to put it on the smoker. Now is the best part. Follow me over here. You see we have this beautiful Grilla Grills Silverbac running perfectly at 350 degrees. We are going to let that sit for about 30 minutes to 35 minutes until it's golden brown on the sides, a little bit of bubbling going on. It's gonna be good. 30 minutes is up. Let's take a look. Look at this beautiful, colorful, vibrant, flavorful dip. You can see we've got browned edges and it's bubbling right around here, which is what it's supposed to do. Now we got to throw on those toppings, let it cool for just a minute, and dive in with some pretzels. Now there's two garnishes for this dip. The first one is some chopped bacon, which we already have, and then next is going to be some fresh parsley. So just take your Cooking Guild Nomad cleaver here. Look at it chopped, super great. And that's all you need. And we're going to use that and garnish it over the top, just like that. The rest of that crispy bacon, just sprinkle it all on top as much as you like. This dip is ready to be the next fan favorite at your tailgate party. Typically with this dip, you want to serve it with like pretzels or a toasted baguette that you had on the smoker as well. Anything like that that's just going to grab a lot of this flavor and put it into your mouth. That sounded so stupid. What in the... There's the cross section right there. This is pumpkin, cheese, bacon, spices. You know we gotta try it. Cheers. They're really good. There's a lot of flavors going on in this dip here. We got some saltiness and savoriness from the bacon, and we got a little bit of heat from the cayenne. We got the creaminess from the mayo, a little bit of that tang from the Dukes. Let's go in for a second right here. Ooh, look at that. Beautiful. This turned out perfect, just like me. This recipe is going to be available on my website, grillmartco.com. Until next time, make sure you keep those grills fired up so the flavor doesn't go down.